Morning. We're going to be shooting the new Accurate Mag AMSR Advanced Multi-Caliber Sniper Rifle this morning. The rifle right now is set up with a Silencer Co. Harvester 338 silencer. The barrel is a proof high-tension carbon fiber barrel that was developed for the U.S. SOCOM Advanced Sniper Rifle solicitation. And the round that we are shooting this morning is 300 Norma, 230 grain Berger, hybrid, basically good to 1500 meters. Schmidt & Bender 5 to 45, their new long-range scope. And afterwards, we'll show you how to convert the rifle back over to 308 or any other caliber. So, Freddie, have at it.
Let's do this. We're going to shoot 300 yards for a group.
You got a little bit of wind, so hold left a half a mil. Or you know what? Just keep the same hold so we can get a group. Shoot one more if you got it in the hole. There you go. So you opened up a little bit. Your first group was 0.3 MOA at 300 yards. And your second group was about 0.4. But you're still shooting under a half minute of angle at 300 yards with this system. Right next to each other. Same thing. Same wind.
Okay.
Perfect elevation.
Just left. Okay. Awesome.
So, Freddie, let's take a minute. I'm just going to show you how to change the AMSR system over from one caliber to the next.
I love that.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have here is we've taken the Harvester big bore silencer off the end of the barrel, off of its mount. We have our 308 barrel that's already shanked, ready to go into the rifle. So this is the way it is in the kit. And just to go over, this is all your precision. So this is where your headspace gauge would be. So the headspace is actually in what we call bypass in the receiver. And then just to show you how the magazine system works. So you were just shooting this, the 300 Norma.
Yep.
So now it's the same magazine body.
Oh my God.
And then we have a wall system that converts it to the subcaliber for the 308.
Right.
So
excellent.
So the changeover comprises the 308 magazine, the
Brilliant.
308 barrel, and the same bolt, except this is cut for the 308 bolt face.
Yep.
So to change the rifle over, it's very simple. You just fold the buttstock. You release the bolt latch, take the bolt out.
Yep.
And then you take our tool. Now this tool is set for 30 inch-pounds.
Okay.
Okay, it's got a click, so it tells you when to stop, and it has a 1/8 bit in it. The transmission for the barrel lock is right there, and you just loosen this until it can't back out anymore. So the head has come up against the wall in the receiver.
Okay.
And you back it loose until it just jiggles a little bit. Okay, so now the barrel lock has released its tension, and you just firmly just wiggle this out.
Wow. Wow.
And the barrel pulls right out. Now, on occasions, if you say you shot 200-300 rounds with a large Magnum, sometimes you will get a little bit of carbon lock around this. We have a tool that we put in the kit. You just slide it in and give it a little bonk, and it nudges the barrel loose. So then you just take your 308 barrel and you put your 308 barrel back in.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the flat of the suppressor mount, and I'm waiting to feel it not be able to rotate anymore. So what's happened is the timing pin has gone into the pinch lock slot in the transmission.
Right.
Okay, and then it's just a reverse procedure. You fold the buttstock, you take your 308 bolt. Once the gun, now you're locked in headspace. And then you just take your tool and you put in the 1/8 key and you tighten this.
It's that easy. It took 30 seconds. That's unreal.
Hold on. Hear that little click? That's 30 inch-pounds. The gun is changed over to 308.
That easy.
And then you just go to your dope scope.
Yep.
Your drop table in the scope on the 308 chart that we showed you before.
Yep.
And you're zeroed in, ready to go for 308. So a great aid with the multi-caliber is when you're learning to use the rifle, you use the less expensive 308 loads.
Very smart.
And you learn the rifle instead of shooting the more expensive 300 Normas all the time, and then you can just switch over.
I love it. I love it. So what was the third caliber you were recommending if you were to get the whole system? Starting out would be a 308 and a 300 Norma, but you said you could get a third barrel.
You could actually get as many barrels and calibers as you want.
Okay.
As you want.
Okay.
We are working on a wood gun system, which we'll show in a second, and that will be offered also in African calibers.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow, this is awesome. Wow.
And when we have the special version of the Hollywood Hunter, probably in the Maverick brand, we will have this. We will have our artists.
I love it.
Your graphic guys come up with a very nice camo theme, probably a Badlands theme.
This is, I love that idea, and this is definitely a Maverick rifle. I mean, are you kidding me? This stands out. This is one that's going to pack a punch beyond. We just shot, how good a group was that, a 300?
Your first group was 0.3 MOA.
0.3
and
MOA.
Your second group drifted and opened up a hair because of the wind, so you're at like 0.4 MOA on a 4-shot group. And we'll show those targets in a minute.
Wow. Wow. And that's with quite a bit of wind here today.
So what we've done with our multi, this is Legos with guns. So for the guy that lives in, we'll call them arduous states, he only has to register one rifle serial number, and he can actually have 5 or 10 rifles by just doing the barrel caliber changeover. And it's a premium rifle. I mean, we have British Rangemaster Precision Arms 5 jewel trigger in there that's imported from England. But the savings is when you go to buy your additional calendar, because you're right around $2,000 for a complete changeover system that you just add to this.
Right.
So even with the African, you can go to Africa with say like a 30-06 and 375 H&H, which are your 2 most popular calibers. You can buy those calibers in Africa any place you want.
Right. Right. Totally. And that's really the key, those international trips, to have ammo or get ammo that you can find.
For some reason,
caliber that you can find.
For some reason, it seems nowadays it's easier to travel without ammunition. Ammunition becomes a conflict. But it's a great system, and you can mix and match it, and you can order it. We'll pull out the wood gun and show you the wood gun in a second. And
why don't I run up there and grab those targets?
You can do that while I'm getting the wood gun.
All right.
So, Freddie, I just wanted to show you the AMSR wood gun. This is a pre-production prototype. We're going to have this in the spring. You can order any grade walnut you want. This has a carbon fiber barrel on it and a Zeiss scope system. Basically, it does everything you did in the tactical version that you just shot.
Okay.
And very nice group at 300 yards. You're averaging, like I said, about 0.4 MOA there for 300 yards. So you're quite the marksman, sir.
Well, thank you. I can't wait to do it with no wind. That's going to make it even more fun. But to shoot that good a group with that type of wind, I'm more than pleased. Unbelievable. And the first time I shot it with that trigger is phenomenal. And once I get that right, as you were teaching me, just to get to that place where I can the wall where we can break it. Unbelievable to think about. Yes, after those few shots I took, it just got so much easier.
Well, that's the nice thing about, the trigger and the quad lock action has been manufactured by Rangemaster Precision Arms in England for over 40 years.
Okay.
And it's an extremely perfected action, and we've just taken that and put that into the multi-caliber system. Yep. And we can also sell you an RPA rifle too on the website. But thank you very much for having us out to the Harteis Friends. You're a great friend.
I know, it's really been awesome.
I'm looking forward to getting out to your ranch in the fall to do some elk hunting.
Let's do it. We're gonna kill some big ones. We got the right calibers. We can get her done. We got the guns. Now we got to shoot canyon to canyon.
Now we just got to learn to shoot them, right?
That's it.
All
Appreciate
right.
it, buddy.
Thanks.
Awesome.